not all diseases and sickness is coming from falsehoods and lies and suffering and misery and conditioning, uh, but a surprising percentage of it. This is true. Uh, for example, most autoimmune diseases are that. The latest research actually even shows a very significant correlation between cancer and levels of stress. So there's a tremendous amount of tensions in the body in the dream state. So the way that I explain it to people in a kind of a uh, very simple terms is that uh, how suppressed emotions and tensions and diseases are linked. So since our birth, when we're very very little, we learn to suppress our emotions. An emotion is a bodily expression. An emotion is an expression of the body. It's a natural expression of the body. So the child is hurt, the child is crying, the child can get angry. So it's a natural movement. It's a natural movement of life. It's a natural expression of the body. The only way to restrict this movement, because let's say parents or society disapproves of it, is to tense the body. So if you want to cry, the way that you prevent yourself from crying is tensing up your throat. So if you want to express anger, and expressing anger is usually a kind of a physical thing, so the only way you can do that is to tense your body, not a specific muscle even, but like everything pretty much. So we tense our bodies in order to disallow our self-emotional display, because it is judged, because it is disapproved of. So this leads to chronic bodily tensions. Chronic bodily tensions is not a benign thing. It takes a lot of energy. So chronic bodily tensions leads to chronic inflammation. So that's why in enlightenment the body relaxes and the immune system normalizes. Because there's a very big part of the immune system that kind of it takes a toll. It takes a toll on our immune system, and so autoimmune diseases develop and things like that. You can take like an esoteric approach and say, autoimmune diseases are an expression of self-hatred. And I mean, it's not wrong from some perspective, but it's kind of too direct and too kind of condemning and hopeless to be useful for a lot of people. So the immune system normalizes as the body relaxes, as the mind realizes the body relaxes, and all of those tensions and emotional suppression is purged from the body. The immune system normalizes, but it does not mean that it becomes perfect, right? It does not mean that it's like if you cut your arm, you're not going to get some kind of inflammation or infection. It does not mean that you cannot get any disease at all. You're still susceptible to viruses, for example. So I think that susceptibility to autoimmune diseases becomes normal. For example, animals also get cancer. They just get cancer in way, way, way lower rate than humans. So there is some truth to this statement. There is some deep truth to the statement, very deep truth to the statement. So I would say that if everyone was enlightened, like the medical industry would be cut by a factor of 10 or 20, maybe. This is how much the diseases of the body are from chronic tensions, but also from continued mistreatment. You see, because our coping mechanisms, overeating, eating bad food, being addicted to sugar, drinking, bad drugs. So our coping mechanisms are damaging to the body in a very direct way, right? And we abuse our bodies in a different way. So combining these two factors together, the repressed, overworked immune system, the tense body, the chronically inflamed body, plus the abuse of the body through coping mechanisms, and I would say like 20 or even more, the factor of 20 would probably we would be as much healthier, and the expenditure for medical treatment would fall down probably like that. But it does not mean that there are no real diseases. Like, you would still get Lyme disease or something like this if a tick uh, with Lyme disease bites you, and there's still viruses. There's also trauma. Like so it's not to say that the role of doctors would be completely diminished. No, I mean, medicine is actually extremely important, and doctors and magicians, and especially surgeons, that can help you heal the body from an injury that would lead to your death in nature. So doctors are wonderful. Please don't discount doctors.